From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Wednesday, August 27th. It is a very cool start, maybe even say cold out there in some places. We started in the 50s here in Indianapolis. Muncie, you got into the 40s. Don't worry, there's lots of sunshine outside. It's going to warm things up. We're going to top out in the upper 70s. New on Daybreak, President Trump's pitch to State House Republicans may be working on at least one lawmaker. Representative Jim Lucas told us earlier this month that he was a hard no on redrawing congressional lines. Now, he says he's open to the idea. Lucas was one of several dozen state legislators to go to the White House Tuesday at Trump's invitation. Lucas now tells our news gathering partners at the Indiana Capitol Chronicle that he's not a yes yet, but that he is worried that a Democratic majority in Congress would paralyze the president's agenda. Lucas told the Chronicle, if the Trump administration is bogged down fighting Democrat attacks for the next 2 years after the midterms, then all Hoosiers lose out. Politico reports that Lucas was one of 55 Indiana Republicans at the White House meeting. News 8 government reporter Garrett Berquist tried to talk to Republicans and brings us the concern among Democrats.
State House Republicans say the White House bills this as a way to discuss how the administration can partner with state and local governments. But State House Democrats say they don't buy that argument. The airport was barely stirring when Indiana Republicans came through on their way to Washington. They would not stop to answer my questions. Let me talk redistricting.
All good. Thanks.
Are you going to talk redistricting? Redistricting likely was on the agenda, possibly along with a visit from President Donald Trump himself.
Let's be honest. This isn't redistricting. This is rigging. This is cheating. This is throwing our most important American value into the garbage.
Texas lawmakers on Saturday approved new maps that could give Republicans 5 additional seats in Congress. California lawmakers have approved their own map that could add 5 Democratic seats, pending voter approval there. So far, no other state has called a redistricting session.
Northwest Indiana and Indianapolis are not just the 2 Democrat congressional seats or districts. They are 2 areas with the largest number of minority voters. Any attempt to eliminate these districts will divide minority communities and deny us the right to elect someone who truly reflects our values.
Pryor says that almost certainly would mean a lawsuit. Republicans point to Democratic gerrymandering in other states and retaliatory redistricting like in California. Democrats say retaliatory redistricting in this case is justified.
If they're going to change the rules and cheat halfway through, they have to respond. So we at least are seeing some Democratic leaders say, if you're going to rig the system, then we are ready to go.
It's up to Governor Mike Braun whether or not to call a special session. If he does call a special session, though, at that point, the flow of that session is out of his hands. At Indianapolis International Airport, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Money to pay for safety and infrastructure in Indianapolis is moving forward. The City County Council Administration and Finance Committee approved the bonds. Council members say the money would be used for a new fire station on the city's northwest side, as well as snow trucks, road maintenance equipment, and tornado siren upgrades. The measure now goes to the full council. The Indianapolis Department of Public Works is blaming what it calls bad actors for its decision to close 2 recycling drop-off locations. DPW has shut down recycling bins at 2 Kroger stores because of illegal dumping, one on Southport Road and one on 71st Street and Binford Boulevard. DPW says no locations are willing to host new recycling bins, so these will not be replaced. The city says the fine for illegal dumping is up to $2,500. ITmate is tracking a first-of-its-kind case in Marion County. Prosecutors have charged a man with having child pornography that he bought with cryptocurrency. ITmate's Cody Fisher shows us the prosecutor's approach with the possibility of similar cases in the future.
Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears tells me this is the first case his office has seen where someone is using cryptocurrency to buy child pornography. and he says this could be just the tip of the iceberg.
For us, this is new territory.
Prosecutor Ryan Mears says this case started with a tip from a financial institution that allows people to buy and then spend cryptocurrency. Without the tip, the case might never have come together.
They were able to provide us with a lot of information that really kind of began the opening steps where we knew we had a clear target.
The target was 55-year-old Julian Wachner. Detectives were able to track the payments back to him. When they arrested him, court documents show he admitted to paying $840 to a website for child porn. He also told detectives where to find a laptop and external hard drive with the child porn on it. When detectives opened it up, they found hours of videos showing kids as young as babies up to 16 years old.
This seems to be a way that more and more people are using cryptocurrency to acquire illicit things because they do think it's harder to trace, they do think it's harder to track down, and so certainly this is not going to be the last time that we're going to deal with cases involving cryptocurrency.
Mears says child porn is not the only thing people can buy illegally on the internet with cryptocurrency.
It's commonly referred to as the dark web, but unfortunately there's a lot of things that you can get your hands on that are illegal on the dark web.
Right now, Wachner is out of jail on bond. Reporting in Indianapolis for IT Man, I'm Cody Fisher for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
President Trump's 50% tariff on imports from India is now in effect. It's a move experts say could endanger relations with a top U.S. ally. The taxes are among the highest the U.S. is imposing on any country. Trump says the tariff is a way to punish India for importing Russian oil. The government says top U.S. imports from India include pharmaceuticals, smartphones, and clothing. Japan, Australia, and Taiwan are the latest countries to stop shipping some packages to the U.S. due to new tariff rules. One exemption on limited price items is set to end on Friday. India, Thailand, South Korea, and New Zealand announced earlier that they will suspend shipments. Let's go to Jane King now with your business headlines. She starts with Labor Day gas prices.
So prices expected to be the lowest for the Labor Day holiday in 5 years. Now, GasBuddy predicts the average cost, so nationwide, will be $3.15 a gallon. That is 14 cents lower than this time last year and the lowest since Labor Day 2020. Now, experts also predict the national average may fall below $3 this fall. AAA says the current average in the Indianapolis area is $3.40. A year ago, it was $3.31. So actually a rare case where prices are up a little bit compared to last year. Most cities are seeing a drop. Well, plug prices are a new political flashpoint. That's electricity plug-ins. Prices of electricity have skyrocketed in some places of the Midwest and the Northeast due to demand from AI data centers. And Kroger announced it's cutting nearly 1,000 jobs company-wide. It says that there's the savings from these changes will be helping to lower prices for customers. They'll also increase access to associates and add new stores as well. Now, the job cuts also appear to have been partly driven by a boost in hiring during the pandemic, and they also added workers during what turned out to be Kroger's failed merger with the grocery chain Albertsons. And Cracker Barrel announced it will scrap the new logo after backlash from customers and President Trump. Cracker Barrel's stock rose more than 5% after the company posted that. The new logo outraged some customers who thought it was soulless, bland, generic. Cracker Barrel said we would listen, and we have. The new logo is going away, and the old timer will remain. Okay, stocks closed higher yesterday. It was a quiet day of trading, kind of quiet this morning, too. We have NVIDIA earnings after the closing bell today, the big AI companies, so that's going to be very closely watched. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
First home game, got a dub, let's get it. Big dub. Let's go.
The Fever players celebrate a big win at home, posting this reaction on social media. The 95-75 win against the Seattle Storm keeps the team in playoff position despite injuries. One Fever star who is still standing is Kelce Mitchell. She set another record last night. Mitchell's 3 in the first quarter gave her the most points in a single season for a Fever player. She now has 787 points, breaking the record Caitlin Clark set last year. Mitchell finished with 21 points in the game. Aaliyah Boston had 27. Indiana is now 6th in the playoff standings with 6 games left in the regular season. Clark watched from the bench again. She sat out for her 16th straight game with that groin injury. Clark's new Nike logo is getting a lot of exposure downtown. The interlocking CC represents Clark's new role as a signature athlete for the sneaker company. Fever fans got a heavy dose before and during last night's game. We spotted it on the building next door, and and signs and backboards in Bicentennial Park. Every fan at last night's game got a t-shirt that says Caitlin was here. Nike plans to start releasing shirts in stores soon and the full signature collection next year. A local favorite is no longer an Indianapolis Colt as the team makes its final roster cuts. Cornerback JuJu Brents is out. He's the Warren Central alum who played 2 seasons for the Colts but fought injuries that usually kept him sidelined. Team also cut tight end Jelani Woods, defensive end Isaiah Land, center Wesley French, and running back Khalil Herbert. Colts kick off the regular season in less than 2 weeks, Sunday, September 7th, against the Miami Dolphins. That, of course, is Love Story by Taylor Swift, and her love story is now in its wedding era. She and Travis Kelce are engaged. They shared a picture on social media yesterday. The caption says, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." The two have been together since 2023 and recently shared their love story on Travis's podcast with his brother. That's where he declared that he wanted to date Swift 2 years ago after he went to the Eras Tour and tried to give Taylor a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it, and then was stopped by security in the Chiefs Stadium where he plays. The couple has not shared when or where they will tie the knot, but when we hear, we will definitely tell you. McDonald's is set to release a new sauce a week from today. The restaurant says the special edition gold sauce mixes a vinegar barbecue sauce, honey, mustard, and smoke flavors. You can order it on the side or on snack wraps and McCrispy sandwiches. The gold sauce will be available starting on Wednesday next week. That's September 3rd. Fast food chain says you can only get it for a limited time, though, but it is not clear how long that will be. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.